Hello there. Let's talk about my trip in Japan. From June 28th to July 5th, I visited Osaka, Kyoto, and Tokyo. It was amazing. This video will highlight all the things I have done in Japan, such as looking at video game merch, eating all the food, and seeing some anime stuff. Let's get to it. Welcome to our first video game hotspot, the Pokemon Center in Osaka. There were so many Pokemon plushies, from Pikachu to Eevee, and a whole bunch of starter Pokemon. Here are the things I saw at the Pokemon Center. And right next to the Pokemon Center is the Nintendo store in Osaka. I was definitely more excited about the Nintendo store than the Pokemon Center, because it has all my favorite characters such as Mario, Link, and Pikmin. It was so cool to see all of these Nintendo merch. Like, look at this Yoshi egg plushie, look at these Zelda pins, look at these Animal Crossing dishes, which were so adorable. My personal favorite is the Splatoon items. Got to see a bunch of Splatoon plushies. They even had a Splatoon skateboard, which is cool. They had a plushie of Judd the Cat, and a t-shirt based off of two t-shirt gears from the main game. It was a combination of the basic tee and the black tee, which I was able to get. At the time, there were a lot of Pikmin merch to promote the game Pikmin 4, which already came out by the time this is up. But it was very cool to see a lot of Pikmin merch. They even had a Pikmin jacket. Not only did Pikmin 4 get a physical box before its release date, they also had Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Wario Move It, and Super Mario RPG. It's so cool to see the box art before it was even released. Like, it was way far in advance. And for you retro video game nerds out there, they also have the Famicom and Super Famicom controllers. Our last video game hotspot is the Capcom store/cafe. Although I wasn't able to dine at the cafe, I was still able to take a look at their menu and see what kind of food they serve. It all looks so interesting, and I'm hoping if I ever come back, I would try this place out. One of the things that really outstood to me at the Capcom Cafe was the giant display of the Monster Hunter sword and a poster of Xeno'gre from Monster Hunter World. This looked so cool. The detail on the sword was amazing. I even got to do a little pose there as well. This cafe/store didn't really have a whole lot of merch. They mostly have stuff for Mega Man, Street Fighter, and Devil May Cry. I really was hoping they had Okami, but didn't seem like it. Perhaps another place will have them. After a few days in Osaka, we head over to Kyoto to go see the Nintendo HQ. Although there wasn't much to do at the Nintendo headquarters, I was still able to get a few pictures in. And it was still amazing to be at one of my favorite video games headquarters. The next day, we left Kyoto and we rode a bullet train, heading towards Tokyo. There were so many activities to do in Tokyo. My biggest priority was to head over to Shinjuku and go see Square Enix headquarters. The Square Enix HQ was a lot more interesting than Nintendo's headquarters. For one, you can actually go in Square Enix HQ, although you cannot do any recording there, so I'm sorry, you won't be able to see what's in there. However, on the other side of Square Enix HQ is a cafe called Artnia, which also sells a ton of Square Enix merch. If you are a big fan of Square Enix games, I highly recommend checking out this place. Now gaze upon the merch in the store, because rest in peace, Your wallet. There's a lot of expensive shit here. I enjoyed seeing stuff from Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy, but I will say I enjoyed more of the Kingdom Hearts merch from their plushies, from the mini art books, and other merch. Now before we head over to the biggest part of the cafe, I want to show this mini music area where you can listen to video game soundtracks from every Square Enix game. They had Kingdom Hearts music, Final Fantasy VII, and some Dragon Quest, even Chrono Cross I believe. Alright, on to the next room, which is the Crystal Room. Now here is where they keep the real goods, from a Kingdom Hearts watch to the most expensive video game figure you'll ever see in this room. It was so crazy how expensive these merch were. You can even buy a Kingdom Hearts couch, which is very, very expensive. My poor wallet was aching. All jokes aside, I really did enjoy my time here at the Artnia Cafe, and I hope in the near future I'll be able to come visit it again. Next up, we have the Yama featuring Jun Inagawa / art exhibit in the Shelter Tokyo at Tokyo Plaza. I was very excited to come to this exhibit because it featured one of my favorite J-pop singers, Yama. This exhibit was to show the art from Yama's music video / for the anime Mobile Suit Gundam The Witch from Mercury. Seeing art from the music video was amazing to see in person, and I was able to get a poster here as a souvenir. This exhibit was a limited time thing during the summer. However, I am very glad during my vacation here in Japan I was able to go see the exhibit. Also, for some weird reason, this exhibit, it was held at a clothing store in Tokyo Plaza, which I don't know why. Up next is the official Capcom store in Shibuya, Tokyo. This was way better than the Capcom Cafe in Osaka. For starters, they had Okami merch here. Look at this Amaterasu plushie, it looks so adorable. They even have a Monster Hunter display which shows Rathalos and a sword from Monster Hunter. And in my opinion, looks way better than the one in Osaka. Another neat little display is the Ryu statue, which, oh my god, looks amazing. And you can even do cool little poses like this. Don't lie, you want to do this. Right across from the Capcom store is the Pokemon Center in Tokyo. There wasn't much of a difference between the one in Tokyo and the one in Osaka, however, the one in Tokyo had a display of Mewtwo at the entrance. And the one neat little thing for me is that they had Pokemon shoes, and I really like the design of the Tyranitar shoes. And finally, welcome to Shibuya Crossing. Cue the Persona 5 music. It was definitely nice walking around Shibuya Crossing, and the night setting definitely helped with that. I was able to get a great view of Shibuya Crossing at a local cafe nearby. The cafe is called L'Occitane Cafe, and I highly recommend this place. They had a wide selection of food to choose. For my main meal, I chose the seafood pasta. For dessert, I got myself a chocolate cake, a creme brulee, a fruit jello cup, and a strawberry cake. And they were all delicious. Except for the jello cup, I didn't like that as much. If you are ever in the Shibuya Crossing area, I highly recommend coming to this cafe for the great view and delicious food. On my last day in Japan, we first went to the Tokyo Sky Tree for the Kirby Cafe. Unfortunately, I could not go in the Kirby Cafe because you do need a reservation for this place, and it is hard to get a reservation here. However, you are allowed to do takeout here now. You are also allowed to keep the takeout bowls, which is pretty nice because it's a Kirby and Waddle Dee bowl. They're so adorable. Although the cafe is closed for people who don't have a reservation, there is a Kirby Cafe store where you can buy Kirby Cafe themed merch. I was in awe looking at all the Kirby merch because I am a big Kirby fan. I really wish I could go to the cafe and dine in there because the food looks so good, but I will settle for the Kirby Cafe store. After visiting the Kirby Cafe, we went to Diver City Tokyo Plaza to go see the Unicorn Gundam. I am not the biggest fan of Gundams, but a friend recommended me this place and it did look cool. And during a specific time, the Gundam will move and I was able to see that. That Gundam was pretty impressive, however, there's a better one all the way in Yokohama at the Gundam factory. That's right, I went all the way from Tokyo to Yokohama to go see the Gundam at the Gundam factory. However, there was one catch on the day we went. It was closed. This part's on me. I should have planned this better. However, I wanted to go see this on a Tuesday, the last day I was here in Japan. It is closed on Tuesdays. I don't know why. Why are they closed on Tuesday? It should have been Monday. Any other day. Why Tuesdays of all days? Ah. Perhaps when I'm ever back in Japan, I'll come see you again before you're gone forever. In all honesty, I really did enjoy my trip to Japan. There may have been a few things I missed out on, but that's okay. I'm pretty sure I'll come back another time. With that being said, one of the things I would like to come back and do again is go back to the Artnia Cafe near Square Enix headquarters, go see the Gundam factory once it's open, and perhaps dine at the Kirby Cafe. Speaking of dining, I forgot to show off all the food I've eaten in Japan. Here you go, enjoy! Also, one weird thing I keep seeing at every Japanese barbecue place, they show Spider-Man. Specifically, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. Weird.